By definition, there's pretty much nothing on planet Earth more macho than winning a race at the Belleville High Banks. It seemed fitting then that in the USAC Silver Crown National Championship's return to the fabled North Central Kansas dirt track for the first time in 8 years, it was the driver nicknamed the Macho Man who ultimately prevailed. In a frenzied high-wire showcase of skill, speed, machismo, and bravery, the frontrunners went toe-to-toe and locked horns in a most classic duel that shocked and awed the throng of fans that filled the century-plus-old facility.
And we are racing!
Oh, the thundering herd down into turn number 1 and 2 we go. Silver Crown cars throttled up, headed towards victory. 3 wide, back in the field. Here comes the running race lead. Down on the inside, Kody Swanson duking it out with Justin Grant. And now Wayne Johnson's going to get sucked back into that mix. Here they come down the front straightaway.
Yeah, got Mario Klauser working on the bottom. There's CJ Leary trying to come off too with a little power. He's smashing the pedal down the back straightaway. What straightaway there is.
Oh, contact! Contact! Mario Klauser shuts down the 92 car. Came up and clipped Wayne Johnson. Stellar, and I mean a stellar job by Wayne Johnson to hang on to that. Now to turn number 4. There's the slide for the lead. Justin Grant picks up the number 1 spot. Swanson back down to the inside. Score the 91 into P1 spot. Hustles out of turn number 2. Swanson shuffle back into second on the field. Justin Grant lays a gap on the 77 car.
And here comes Brady Bacon trying to make a move on Kody.
And he's back here about 3 car lengths. Here comes Bacon down to the inside, though, trying to make a run on Swanson. Little bit of a slider out across the racetrack in the old Silver Crown Series.
Real close quarters there between Kody and Brady.
Yeah, Brady able to get that spot away from him. Shuffles the 77 back into P3 on the field. Now CJ Leary's going to go to work on Swanson. See if he can get him back 1 more spot. 2 car lengths separate the top 2. Lap traffic looms large just ahead of Justin Grant. Bacon's there, drops the nose on it, drives down off the banking. Here comes a charging race lead out. Turn number 4, not going to get there that way.
And there's 10 to go up the line, 10 to go. It's an old-fashioned shootout on the high banks.
Oh, off the wall for Justin Grant. Slid up across the racetrack, whacked that one hard with the rear of the 91 car. Regathers these gooses and then gets back to the giddy-up once more.
Chad, is that a function of just going in too hard? Is that a function of his tire? We'll wait and see. Brady Bacon is closing again.
Right back behind, it's going to be a duel for the ages here in these waning laps into the single digits now as they race into the corner. Grant slips down to the inside for the number 91 car, trying to get around lap traffic. Bacon's got to drive. There he comes to the inside.
Working to the bottom, did not work for Justin there. Here comes Brady. Who's going to get off of 2 better? Not much room there for Justin Grant. Now it's Brady Bacon out front.
Bacon able to come up here, but Grant had to tap the binders, keep himself out of the back of the number 9 car. Now he pursues that top spot as they race into lap traffic out of turn number 4. Grant to the inside, Bacon's with him. There's a bold move.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Here comes Justin. Here comes Brady.
Grant back onto the number 1 spot. Bacon dodges down to the inside. He'll throw a haymaker. Boom, baby, looking for the top spot. Bacon back into P1. Grant back down to the inside.
These guys got their brave booties on tonight, and they're going at it. There goes Grant. Bacon still holds on.
Able to slip to the outside for the number 9, lays some distance on him. It'll be a handful of laps this next time out. Grant's going to have to run and gun to catch up to Bacon. As Bacon, a cushion of comfort now, bobbles up and out of turn number 4 into 2 wide lap traffic. Grant pushing hard in the 91 car.
5 to go there at that line, 4 to go. Here comes Justin trying to reload. He'll drive down low. Will that work for him?
Grant's looking to the inside. Bacon barely clears the lap traffic. Justin Grant gets through. Oh, look out, they come together. Oh, Grant's up and over into the fence. Red flag comes out. Unbelievable. Grant already unstrapping the belts in the race car. Oh, pay him off.
That guy raced to win.
Bacon up front, rolls into the throttle of the field to follow. Kody Swanson not quite as quick to pick it up. We got a battle for the number 3 spot. Mitchell Bowles looks to the inside of CJ Leary.
Well, that was an absolutely great start for Brady.
Stellar start indeed. Back behind Chase Stockin. or I'm sorry, not exactly making some headway as I was watching back through. I got to wait till he gets back around here, and I believe that is Chase Stockton. I doubted myself there for a second. Got a good start for him, and unfortunately catches up. Look out, we're going to come together again. C.J. Leary broken left front as he and Moles tangle in turn number 2.
So Brady Bacon looking for his 3rd career victory in this series. Sees the white flag.
Take it around one more time for the Macho Man. Brady Bacon had himself quite the tussle there for a while with Justin Grant. Able to maintain for the number 9 car. Takes her down the back straightaway for the final time.
Well, the Macho Man, this is a big victory for him. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. He's done it, Brady Bacon. Good look there. You know what happens next, don't you, Chet? He picks it up. It's the Macho Man, Brady Bacon.
Yeah, he was going hard. That's the hardest I've ever driven a Silver Crown car. Racing with Justin, and this place is really intense. And he thought he was going to be able to get by me, and I thought I was going to be able to squeeze by him, and we banged wheels down the front stretch. So it was just tight. We kind of both got caught in a weird situation in lap traffic, and I think he might have slid under both of them, and I only slid between one and kind of broke my momentum a little bit, and he went like, kind of Hail Mary on the bottom, but we had enough speed. We got the cushion, and, it could have been bad for both of us. Unfortunately, it was bad for him, but we hopped up in the air pretty good, and luckily got a good race car here and stayed together. And, just a really good race car at the end. Just kept getting better and better, even without traffic. We were kind of reeling Justin in there, but you got to get some brakes to make passes here, and we could slide across really good in 3 and 4. But, thanks to Sean and Chris for letting me drive this car, and first race together, and we get a win, so you can't really beat that.
If the first pavement edition of the Hoosier 100 had been a standard 100-lap affair, the closing scene very well might have been played out to a completely different ending. However, at a distance of 146 laps and 100 miles, this one at Indiana's Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park was anything but standard, no matter which way you dissect it for the great Bobby Santos.
And the Hoosier 100 is underway.
Side by side, the 2 colossal talents in the field. Work down into turn number 1 on the high side. Kody Swanson looking for the race lead. Santos lets him sweep out around, falls back into the number 2 spot, and we are officially underway into turn number 3.
And these two so often engage in a cat and mouse game, not showing their hand until absolutely necessary.
Russ Gamester trying to come to play there as well. The number 51 back behind again. Axum drops down off the banking. A little peeky poo on the 88 car down into turn number 1. Now goes into the wall.
Damn.
Oh. Gamester back behind into 51. But
whoa. Man. That Kyle O'Gara who's smucked by on the outside.
Punch the throttle, and again, Kody Swanson not able to drive away from Santos that time. Bobby had her time perfectly.
Nope, Bobby Santos hit the button right. And these two sometimes have dismissed the idea that there's a rivalry. Sometimes they've embraced it. And then Tanner Swanson sometimes comes in and breaks the party, trying to hold off the 19 Abacus Racing on board as well.
There's a tremendous battle taking place. Look out, lap traffic. Bird makes an avoidance maneuver down to the inside, almost stacked them up down into turn number 1. Seavey capitalizes on it. He crosses to the inside of 51 car. 4 position on Gamester. He's got him out of turn number 2.
Now Brett Yarnell a little bit off the pace as he goes into turn number 4. Let's make that 3. We'll make sure there's no problem there.
Something interesting is taking place up front with the number 77, Kody Swanson. That last time at turn number 1 and 2 dropped below the white line, or the yellow line as the case may be, down on the inside of the racetrack, and took her into the berm to get around lap traffic. He now has 1, 2, 3 cars between himself and Bobby Santos in the 98 car. Santos, though, continues to close on your race leader. It's trouble for your race leader, the number 77 off the pace.
Unbelievable. Perhaps the concerns that Kody Swanson shared with us have come true. And this is a game changer.
It looks like the hood is coming off of the 77. We are going back to green on the racetrack with Bobby Santos III, your race leader.
A significant moment in the season right there before you. Here we go.
Santos leads him out of the corner past the NOS Energy Drink starting can. Bishak caught on his heels. Logan Seavey now in the number 3 spot for the number 22 car.
And Chet, obviously, if it was a standard race here at this facility, Kody Swanson would have been in victory lane and completing the photographs. But tonight, a 100-mile affair, not 100 laps.
Taylor Ferns, a lot of pressure down on the inside on the 88. Nathan Bird continues to duke it out and hang tough on the high side. Ferns deep down into the corner. Both of them running down the 91 to Justin Grant. 4 cars count. Gamester back behind and Taylor Swanson. That is a pack down into the corner, and Taylor Ferns is going to get a 2 maybe as she now goes to work on the 91.
It's critical out of 2. She had a pick with a chance to get around Justin, but Justin is not going gently into that good night. But Taylor Ferns is nudged ahead just a bit.
555 car picks up 2 spots back behind. Here comes the 88. Justin Grant fading, and he's waiting laps as now Gamester goes down the inside. Taylor Swanson is there.
And there's Seavey. That's a great battle for second. And you know, Chet, what we've just seen. It may be a battle for second. You blink your eye, and it proved to be the battle for the win.
You never know. Seavey goes down to the inside, trying to make a move on Bitech. Bitech the last time wiggled when he came out of turn number 4. His car going away on him, but Seavey picks up the number 2 spot now for the 22 car. Moves into that position. Out ahead lies Bobby Santos III. Seavey will have his hands full trying to run him down as we have just 9 laps remaining.
And the white flag is out.
Yeah, final voyage velocity for the 98 car up front. He'll take it around one more time as they race across the stripe. Bobby Santos III, the Franklin, Massachusetts runner, down the back straightaway for the final time.
Bobby Santos III, one of America's great pavement racers, will win for the 12th time in his Silver Crown Series career and his 6th time at this facility. Well, I'm telling you again, we just said it. He ties Tracy Hines, one of the all-time greats, for victories here, and he's done it again. Ladies and gentlemen, understand this. This is one of America's great racers, period. Bobby Santos III.
No, I mean, this is a dirt race. I mean, it belongs at the Indy Mile, but unfortunately it can't be here, but it's at IRP, and us pavement racers are thankful that we at least get to race. Everyone in Silver Crown Racing gets to race. So just got to thank everybody. Thank everyone for coming out. Thank all my buddies at Black Dog for coming out. Thank you, guys. Just got to thank everybody. Got a good crowd here supporting us. It's awesome.
With Kody Swanson's troubles and Logan Seavey's impressive runner-up finish, Seavey ascended to the top of the standings for the first time following IRP as he headed into his wheelhouse back on the dirt. Logan Seavey didn't quite need to showcase the same level of dramatic flair as he did during his most recent visit to Pennsylvania's Port Royal Speedway. 1 year after fence-banging his way to a last-lap victory, the Southern California native settled the score as early as possible en route to retaining his undefeated 2-0 record in USAC Silver Crown competition at the Speed Palace.
We're about ready to go racing, and it's double green. Here we come.
Underway into turn number 1. Chase Dietz looking down on the inside already on his debut out here with the Silver Crown Series, pestering for that number 2 spot. Logan Seavey throttles up on the outside the 22 car. Down into the corner we go.
We're going to tiptoe into turn number 3. Make sure everyone gets through smoothly. Thus far, that's the situation.
Kody Swanson out front. We forgot to mention to the fact to you that they have spotters up here in the stands. So spotters telling them, helping them get around the racing surface as we got a 4-car battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the field. Kody Swanson stretching his legs on him.
And Kody Swanson, his spotter is Jordan, his wife, right now out front. He's won these events. This would be another step towards an unprecedented H championship.
Up front, here's running a race lead.
Side by side, here we go.
Brady Bacon feeling feisty down on the inside for the number 9 car, trying to come to call, and Kody Swanson. Swanson's got to wick it up just a tick quicker down into the corner, working the middle of the racetrack for the number 77 car. Bacon looking around the outside for the number 9. That was interesting to watch. Seavey was going to drop the nose and drive down to the inside, and then that lane shut down when Chase Dietz got back out there again. Dietz coming to play one more time for the number 86 car, but that is a good 3-car battle, a chess match, if you will, down into turn number 3, and we're going to go 3 wide in that position.
Looks like Russ Gamester trying to lip his way back into the pit area. We'll see if the Peru, Indiana veteran can get it done.
Seavey able to pick off a couple spots, moves up for the number 22. He now inherits, or not inherits, but grabs the number 3 spot and goes to work on Brady Bacon. Seavey working on that number 9 car down into the corner.
And we're just all willing the 51 car. Good job by Russell.
Seavey out of turn number 4, looks to the inside. Bacon to the outside. Seavey slides down into turn number 1, side by side and wheel to wheel. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Can't quite outmuscle the Macho Man.
Yeah, Logan Seavey, who was the master of the dirt of this series last year. Dietz dives down low.
Wants to take them 3 wide down into turn number 3 and 4 onto the front straightaway. Seavey rowing for all he's worth. Dietz is coming to play. Right there, the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th on the field is up front. Kody Swanson catches some breathing room.
That was quite a move by Chase Dietz, but you cannot punish your tires. There goes Seavey.
Seavey down to the inside, slide, jump up across the racetrack. Picks off as we're 3 wide again. Dietz challenging down on the inside.
Again, I'll say it again. He does not want to get sideways that often in a long distance affair.
Now 34 laps remain on this one, and again Brady Bacon up alongside the 22. Now Seavey separates out away from him. Dietz goes on the attack, down to the inside, trying to work on Bacon. That's a battle for 3rd. Out across the racing surface goes Chase Dietz. He'll try to follow on Logan Seavey's got Bacon picked off. Chase Dietz may have clipped something down the inside. That front end bounced up on that hot rod right there. That 86 car working P3. Back behind Brady Bacon, 4th on the field. And still Justin Grant cannot figure out a way to get around Mitchell Moles.
And Seavey's trying to figure out a way to get to the front, and he may get it done right here.
Oh, made a move up across the racetrack. That thing got tight or loose or some situation there. The 22 shot him up across. Picks off Kody Swanson. Seavey came into tonight the national points leader at Silver Crown, and again, he has a little issue getting down into turn number 1. I wonder if he's got a power steering issue. Coming to call into turn number 3. Chase Dietz is right there. That little plume of power coming off of him last time in turn number 2. We'll see if he does it again. Yep, high side. Eases down into the corner, works the wheel, punches the throttle, skiff out wide, and not catch the cushion this time. Shortened up that exit coming out turn number 2, and that's going to pay dividends. Here's your run for 2nd.
And Seavey can hold that low groove. It looks like he will, Chet. Kody will try to dive in rock, but no.
He just let her sweep out across, caught the cushion, and then fired himself into the number 2 spot for Dietz. He's the one up there hammering around, roosting that dirt out over the wall to the Armco as the white flag comes out, and they'll take it around one more time.
White flag comes out. Logan Seavey trying to repeat as a Silver Crown winner.
He'll be repeat defeat as he heads down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Picked up the big win here last year. It's down into 3 and 4 he goes. Checkered flag coming out. Logan Seavey's going to win at Port Royal Speedway. Up and out of the car. Make some noise for Logan Seavey.
Yeah, I knew my car could maneuver. What I kind of struggled with last year was cutting the middle, so I kind of stayed down in the middle pretty early, just trying to make sure I could get down there and turn the middle and drive off good. And once I was settled in and, I don't know, 8-10 laps in, I moved up to the top in 3 and 4 and really got some speed going. So, not really my style to float around the middle. Really wanted to get up there and run the wall, and we were able to do it in 3 and 4 and make speed. So, I can't say enough about this whole team with Ronnie and Robbie and Glenn and everybody who works on this thing. Zach's here this weekend, and this thing is the best car by far right now, and I'm just cruising around here, and it's so fun to drive when you got good race cars, and we're just doing such a good job. The team's doing a good job with the car, and we're just putting full nights together. I'm qualifying a little bit better, making my days a little bit easier, so I kind of struggle a little bit qualifying in this series, but we're getting a little better at that, and I just can't say enough about Rice Motorsports, Advocates Racing, everyone who backs this car with Stida and CG CPAs, and all of our partners. It's a lot of work, and like I said, we kind of bonded our teams together a little bit here for this season to make sure we could do it right, and so far we're doing that.
Throughout the first 3 events of the 2023 USAC Silver Crown season, Kody Swanson had dominated the stat book in terms of total laps led. The Kingsburg, California native had led the opening lap in all 3 races run to this point for a total of 163 out of a possible 246 laps. That's more than 2/3 of all the laps that have been run thus far this season. Despite that fact, he had 0 wins to show for his efforts. That is, until the Bitech Dairyland 100 at Wisconsin's Madison International Speedway.
And side by side, looking down the straightaway, and we are racing.
Well, Swanson's off to a good start. Down into the corner, is going to push up high on the racetrack. Look for that second groove. Out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Bitech trying to shrug off the 98 car, Bobby Santos. And Santos settles back into the number 3 spot.
Always cool to see these cars bottom out in turn number 3. As Kody Swanson indeed leads lap number 1. He's done that every race this year. He has led at least a lap.
It's interesting to watch those cars. Look at the sparks coming out of turn number 2 and onto the back straightaway. There's that divot they come out of onto the back chute as well. They go light, and whenever they bottom out, grapes the undercarriage on those bad boys.
And of course, so much fuel in the fuel cell right now. That'll change as the race goes on as Kody Swanson streaks down the back straightaway with Derek Bitech running second. Here comes Tyler Roaring. Now Tyler looked wide there as Bobby Santos is hounding Derek Bitech as they're stacking up behind that battle up front.
Here comes Roaring down the inside for third on the field. He's going to occupy some real estate down to the inside of the 98 car. That'll force Bobby Santos up to the high side of the racetrack.
I'd say Tyler Roaring's a whole lot more comfortable here.
Trouble for the number 11's got an agricultural line going on there, unfortunately down in the corner for Trey Burke. Burke back onto the racetrack and back underway. We stay green.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Trey Burke with that Davey Hamilton prepared number 11. There's the battle for second, Chad.
Yeah, Santos looking around the outside. Is going to drive through the apex and onto the front chutes. Got the number 2 spot away for the number 31. Bitech showed the line to Roaring. Roaring quick to capitalize on it. 19 goes high as well. It's got a good charge.
The way Santos made that move, you can see he's stout, but how about Rourke as he drives that legacy chassis down low? But Bobby Santos is going to fend him off, at least for now.
Well, maybe. Can he hold him off for another lap? That question remains to be answered on the turn number 1 and 2. Not quite the speed I was looking for on the entrance down there, but still plenty of straightaway speed for the 19 car.
You got to be careful how much you engage in these laps. You do not want to use up your rubber.
You know, I was thinking that same thing, but then I thought to myself, well, Tyler Rourke's won the little 500 twice.
Oh, yes.
So he knows what to do there as far as keeping the tires underneath. The question is whether or not he can keep badgering. Get it, pun intended.
That was
the 98 car, thank you. Good rotation onto the front straightaway. He's going to try to drive it down to get the nose to the inside. They almost touch into turn number 1 and 2.
Tight sledding there, and Kyle's going to try to get him on his hip as he goes down into turn number 3. And trouble in front of him, that's Bitech.
Derek Bitech loses a handle on it. Logan Seavey and Mario Klauser, your top 5 as we go back to green. Here at the Bitech Dairyland 100. Good side-by-side action back beyond the charge coming out just to Grant. As Grant gets whipped up to speed very quickly to NOS Energy Drink number 91 car. 32 laps will remain as they cross the line this time. And we are officially back underway, and Santos got a much better start than the 98 car. Get a drive down into the corner. Good rotation for the 77. First one onto the back chute. Santos gives up about a car length and a half and a 98, but he is pulled away from Tyler Roaring, so good refire for Bobby.
Yeah, we'll see if he wants to take the bit between his teeth and put some pressure on Kody Swanson.
Seavey does not want to give up that position.
Mario's doing a great job, and Seavey's doing a great job holding him back.
Able to power out away the 92. Here comes a deep run down into the corner. Mario Klauser, a lot of pressure trying to hold it down on the bottom. Seavey's got to get on the binder, stay out of his way, and that'll give Klauser the number 4 spot. Seavey back to 5th. Yeah, stuck to the track out here as he rotates his way around for the 77. Twin sticks were out the last time through. You'll see the white flag the next time through.
Kody Swanson come down the straightaway and see the white flag.
This is it, the final voyage of velocity for the Mission Foods Glen Farms number 77. First win, it feels like it took a while. We're only 4 races deep in the season.
And he's been stout in all of them, and he's going to get it done, but one more time. Kody Swanson, ladies and gentlemen, will take the checkered flag.
Bitech Dairyland 100 comes to an end with Swanson picking up the win. Up and out of the car, make some noise for Kody Swanson.
Yeah, I mean, my wife does a great job, and it makes a huge difference for me, just peace of mind. But there is no peace of mind to be had when you got Bobby Santos and Tyler Roaring coming. And you know, whatever gap you have, most of the time it's just by their choice, right? And that always make me wonder if I'm going too hard, and I maybe was, because I know Bobby was there, you know, especially late with 15 to go, and maybe he was conserving for a green-white checker there, but he's so good at that, and he stole them from me and from everybody else that way. So you never breathe a sigh of relief till checkered flag falls. But I'm so grateful to have Jordan in my corner and everyone that's part of this Doran Binks racing team. Ken, hope you heal up, because I'd love to have you at the track again, buddy. And so thankful for everyone that's a part of this. Mission Foods, Glen Farms, Rosa Machine and Tool. A friend of mine, Jeff, lost his father this week, and so we're certainly thinking about him and thinking about everybody that's part of this team, part of this racing family, and I'm just grateful to be part of it with them.
For Kody Swanson, Indiana's Winchester Speedway served as a place to go back-to-back in a myriad of manners. In this one, he was vying for not only a second straight USAC Silver Crown victory, but also a second consecutive sweep and his second Rich Vogler Classic triumph in a row.
We are green!
Logan Seavey, strike fast, strike hard, down into the corner for the number 22 car. Wants to lead, lap number 1. Swanson down to the inside, side by side, out of turn number 2.
Sparks fly as they hit the banks. Kody Swanson working the bottom. Logan Seavey trying to hang there in second.
Top 2 charge away from the field, 126. Aaron Pierce slides into the number 3 spot. He's got company down the inside. Big run for Caleb Armstrong, the 19 car.
Caleb Armstrong getting an assignment and off the good race car. C.J. Leary, turn to the bottom in the 6 Klett Enterprises machine.
That was a bold move to the inside of Seavey. That car squirreled up, coming out turn number 4. The back end trying to kick out from underneath him, but he does clear the 22. And now, in fact, is pulled out by about 4 or 5 car lengths into turn number 3.
Could have been discouraged. There have been some mechanical ills and misfortunes as he's documented. But he knows this car is fast when it's right, and it is fast right now, Chet, and he's racing downhill.
He's also running down your race leader. Kody Swanson lies ahead, 1.2 seconds to split last time through, and C.J. Leary unrelenting, pounding that 6 car around this half mile. Between nows, there's a big run out of B-Shack down on the inside. Hello, how you doing? Just challenged down into turn number 3 as he ran it deep at that end. Picks off the 22 car. Seavey now back to 8th.
Derek B-Shack, an outstanding driver who has had some success this year, but the poor guy has had some mechanical woes.
I'm sorry, I'm going to chime in here. Seavey's got issues. He just gave up 3 more spots, soon to be 4, maybe 5 for the number 22. He is going back through the field like he dropped anchor this time. Oh, just as he got to lap traffic. And look who is about to go a lap down to your race leader, none other than the 22 of Logan Seavey as the rain begins to fall. 46 laps remain just past the halfway point. Well, a lot of changes took place down there under that open red. We'll see if anything comes to fruition for him. And quickly to the outside goes the 98. Bobby Santos strikes hard.
And C.J. Leary parries the blow for a moment. Oh, look at the spark. Spectacular.
That's Davey Hamilton Jr., the number 14's been doing that on the exits as it bottoms out and catches a little something on the bottom of that race car. But look at the 19 car, unfortunately falling back through the field for Caleb Armstrong. Did not refire strong.
Down the back straightaway. I mean, he is all over C.J. Leary.
Yeah, they're kind of tucked up behind the number 6 car, mired in that position. Here comes Santos down the inside. Got a good one that time. And he'll pick up the number 2 spot with a decisive move into turn number 3.
A decisive move, Chet, and one that he had thought out for a couple of laps and made it work.
Pick up some of that lost ground, trying to hang on to the leads. Look out, Hamilton almost lost that number 14 car. He scrubbed a lot of speed. That'll get B-Shack down to the inside. Caleb Armstrong challenging as well.
Well, that is close quarters racing, with Derek B-Shack again having an outstanding run at the moment, sitting in the 4th spot.
Meanwhile, Santos is running down your race leader.
Meanwhile, you got it, Chet. Bobby Santos III has gone to the whip. He has absolutely gone to the whip, and now we got ourselves a dog race, and we're basically in a heat race to finish the Silver Crown race right now.
Yeah, single digits remain, 9 laps to go. Santos closing. Now within 0.4 of a second of the 77 of Swanson. Swanson trying to pick up the pace and maintain that advantage over the racer behind the wheel of the 98 car. B-Shack came down and got into the back of the number 6 car and kind of wobbled him down into turn number 1 and 2. B-Shack down to the inside. 131 makes a big run off the banking, looking for 3rd, scoring there for now. Leary shuffled back into 4th on the field.
Oh, what a run for Derek B-Shack. Great guys, had at times not the best of luck, but a 4th at IRP, trying to go one better here on the banks.
Swanson into turn number 1 and 2 for the final time.
Kody Swanson trying to win a staggering 39th Silver Crown Series race. 16 better than anyone else. And there it is, he's done it. 2 in a row for Kody Swanson. He wins at Winchester. Out of the car, ladies and gentlemen, there he is, the 7-time king, Kody Swanson.
I mean, those long runs, maybe they let us go, I think, a little bit, right? And Bobby was so strong at the end. I think he kind of proved that to me anyway, that he was still capable, and I got lucky to fend him off there at the end. And you never know if he's going to reload and make another charge on the restart. He's just that good of a racer, and I felt like I was floundering there a little bit on the last restart, and glad to to be able to hang on. I felt like we had a really good car early, and I hated to think I would have messed it up on one of those cautions, but man, what a pleasure it is to drive, for Mission Foods, Glen Farms, the Storm Banks Racing team, right? Want to say hi to Ken. I'm so glad to hear you're healing up and can't wait to have you back at the track. And man, there's so many people that are a part of this, that pitch in on it, that make this car, what it is. And I'm thankful to be one piece of their puzzle, right? Rosewood Machine and Tool and Jeff Hellman's another person that helps us out, but a big part of it. And not only everyone that's a part of this, but their families too, and mine too.
Logan Seavey's slam of the turn 2 wall caused by a broken wheel center proved to be costly. Coupled with Kody Swanson's win, the title race pendulum swung back to Kody heading back to Toledo, where he'd been practically unstoppable. During his first 6 USAC Silver Crown victories at Ohio's Toledo Speedway between 2012 and 22, Kody Swanson had led 611 out of a possible 650 laps at a 94% clip in an absolutely dominant stretch at the half-mile paved oval. However, this edition of the Himmelgarn Racing Super Fitness Rallyville Classic was a quite different story and was undoubtedly the most challenging he'd faced yet.
1, 2, 3, what do you think, Adam? We are racing! CJ Leary trying to work the outside, wheel to wheel, there goes CJ. CJ, a good run going into turn number 3. Kody Swanson trying to hold him off, and Swanson will lead lap number 1. If you picked him in the green APU challenge, you made a wise choice. Leary absolutely lurking on the bottom. CJ will take lap number 2. How far can Bobby Santos III move up? Mano-a-mano action up front. Leary out front. Dave Burkheimer pulling into the 31. Justin Grant at the moment holding the 3rd position. Derek Bitech bumping at the rear end of the 19. Looks like Davey Hamilton with trouble. Smoke pouring for the 19 of Hamilton, and we'll go yellow. And here we go. CJ Leary pulls out, and he clearly has the power. There's Justin Grant putting a little bit of pressure on Kody Swanson. Justin now going to the outside of Westfall, and Bitech trying to follow suit. Derek working the outside. Goes to the outside of Grant. Will Grant get picked off? Yes, he will. So Derek Bitech with a strong move has now moved to the last step of the podium. 29 laps to go, an eternity. CJ Leary knows. His spotter's telling him. He knows who he has to look for. He knows who to worry about. He knows the man who gets it done here at Toledo like we've never seen. Traffic in front of those two could play a hand. Looks like McVeigh again is right there, and that's as close as you can get. Kody Swanson is like a rash. You can't get rid of him. And here he comes. Down to the bottom he goes. Bit between his teeth. Goes to the whip. Heading down into turn number 1. 2 great ones going side by side in Silver Crown cars. CJ Leary is tough as nails. He's not going to make this easy. There it goes. Does he get him? He does. Now Leary tries to fight back. C.J. Leary is not going to lay over. It's not in his nature. Here comes Kody again. He's got to be careful. They're 3 wide in front of him. Oh, man. Kody Swanson's got some acid reflux working right now. He's saying, where is that white flag? Swanson is comfortable where he's at. But what a battle further back, and the white flag is out. Kody Swanson going for 5 in a row, 7 at the racetrack, his 40th career victory, and trying to march towards his 8th championship, and he's done it. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, that man is Kody Swanson.
You can't win all day if you don't start in the morning. Logan Seavey made that his mantra as he kicked off his day by winning the 60th running of the Bittenhausen 100 at the Illinois State Fairgrounds Dirt Mile. And later that same night, Seavey capped the evening with a USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship victory 44 miles down the road at Macon Speedway to become just the 3rd driver to win multiple USAC National Feature events in a single day at 2 different tracks, something only Billy Vukovic and JJ Yaley had done before him. However, throughout much of the Bittenhausen 100, Seavey stared directly at the tail tank on the number 9 driven by Shane Cottle.
And the 60th running of the Bittenhausen 100 has just commenced.
Here we go.
Down into the corner. Who's going to lead lap number 1? The number 20 car, Emerson Axum, gets himself out onto the point. Down into the corner. We're stacked up side by side, wheel to wheel, through turn number 1 and 2 and onto the back straightaway.
Boy, Emerson Axum made that high side sing. He gets the lead, but here comes Logan Seavey fighting back into turn number 3.
Yeah, Seavey with a good look down to the inside for the number 22 car. Thinks better of it. Backs out and falls into the footsteps of the number 20 up front. Axum going to bring him around here for lap number 1 as the field slowly singles out towards the front. A little side-by-side action back behind as here comes the run now out of Seavey.
Logan Seavey goes to the outside. Shane Cottle's right there running 3rd. Close quarters racing. We'll keep our eye on Kody Swanson to see if he can march forward.
Seavey thought about making a move to the outside. Now does it down the back straightaway. Another peak for the number 22 car, trying to bait that number 20 up to the high side, or not. Just runs it deep into turn number 3, and Seavey takes over the top spot. A tremendous run there for the number 22 car down into the corner. Here's challenge for 2nd on the field. Axum again sweeps out wide for the number 20. And just that quick, Cottle capitalizes that time and puts the number 9 car in P2. Stalking that 22 car down into the corner. Vetter working the middle of the racetrack. Here comes Cottle down the inside for the race lead.
Oh, what's Vetter going to do? Hang on, Sloopy.
Seavey trying to keep the door closed on Cottle. Cottle's got position down low. Seavey looks out wide. The 9 car draws alongside. Wheel to wheel. Cottle out muscles Seavey, and into the number 1 spot goes the 9 car.
Boy, Shane Cottle is a stout lad, and he just muscled up right there.
Look out, a little slip of the grip getting into the corner. Fetter's able to get back out of the way. Seavey had to get on the binders hard. That sent him up high and throws him back into the number 20 car. As now Emerson Axum working that P3 spot, trying to run down the 22 of Seavey.
That's a good run by Seavey. Seavey's getting a little bit antsy out there.
They're also closing on that lap traffic. Dave Berkheimer lies just ahead as Seavey runs it up to the back bumper of Cottle.
Seavey's poised to make a move. Back off a little bit, go to the whip down the back straightaway, and Seavey can get forward. Right now, spotters talking to Shane Cottle and saying, guess what? He's coming.
And running down at turn number 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway, but through 3 and 4, Grant found something a little extra, although that time he bobbles getting into turn number 1. Caution comes out, and unfortunately that's going to be the 6 of C.J. Leary. There he gets into the throttle. We're back underway.
Jake's going to like that one.
Yeah, much better look. Here goes Seavey to the outside.
Whoa!
Woo! What a move by Logan Seavey. Hello, how you doing? Wow, I like that. That was incredible.
He was fueled. He was on fire and fired up.
I often use the term pick in their pocket. That's what pick in your pocket looks like, because I'll guarantee you Shane Cottle was not ready for that. White flag is out. Final voyage velocity for Logan Seavey out front. Made the bold move on the last restart for the number 22 car. It's not in the books yet. He's got to make her down the back, shooting through 2 more corners.
Down that long straightaway. He's gritting his teeth right now as he pulls into turn number 3.
Deep down into the corner, back behind. Cottle watches on from second. Grant from third, but up front, Logan Seavey sets a quick time here tonight. Battles his way to the front for the number 22 car, and he will win the 60th running of the Bettenhausen 100. He rolled from the pole, and if you just look at the stats, it makes it look easy. That was not easy. As Logan Seavey picks up the win at the Bettenhausen 100. Let him hear you, race fans.
Yeah, a little bit. I knew I could get into one a lot faster than he could, and I could see on restarts that he was, being a little extra cautious. You lose a lot of grip when your tires cool off, and it takes a few laps to get it back. So I knew I could fire it in there. I didn't know if it was going to stick or not, but I knew I could at least get next to him, and I got it backed in right across his nose, and I was able to, stay in front of him. So, I just had to fight hard for that one. I just struggled with the 15, and he got by me, and then it's just so hard to, I feel like we're so even. He could run a little bit harder and get away, and then I could run hard and kind of get back to him, but when you're leading, you can just kind of drag around the rail and dirty the track up, and it makes it so hard to close that last couple car lines. So just how this racing is, and track position is huge, so I was just glad to get it back there.
The running of the Outfront 100 at Worldwide Technology Raceway presented a series of firsts, from the driver to the team to even the car itself. Davey Hamilton Jr. was required to fend off late race pressure to win his first career USAC Silver Crown race, while the Legacy Autosport team did the same with a chassis of its own creation to become the first chassis not named Beast to win a series pavement race in 15 years.
Green flag is up, and the hammers are down. Outfront 100 is officially underway, and we go 3 wide for the race lead. Down the inside, Mario Klauser makes a bold move for the race lead initially on this one. Takes him into turn number 1. 92 car goes out into the number 1 spot. Company sitting to the outside. Big hustle down the back straightaway. Logan Seavey digging and pawing for all he's worth on that outside line. 2 cars just ahead of Kody Swanson, punching a huge hole in the air. Back behind, everybody else falls into the draft, still side by side in the mid-pack of the race. We roll out at turn number 4 for lap number 1. Who's going to lead it? Klauser. Shuffle back. Big move to the outside. Put Seavey onto the point. Here comes Kody Swanson in tow. Slides into that draft down at turn number 1 and 2. Both of those cars working to the outside of Klauser. Klauser, the 92 car. Lone Sport down on the inside is going to catch some company out of C.J. Leary. Leary looking to go to the back. Nope, 3 wide for the number 2 spot. Leary, big move to the inside. Good power coming out of that Beast chassis down low for C.J. Leary. Was quick earlier on today. Now settles himself into the number 3 spot. Was not going to challenge on that 77 car for second on the field. Or is he? Out of turn number 4 he comes. Foot to the 10 for C.J. Leary, the number 6. Up front, Seavey still holds down that P1 spot here as we roll into turn number 1 and 2 with Leary putting pressure on the 77 car Swanson. Crank it onto the back straightaway. Swanson now a little peek down to the inside, makes his move on Seavey. Seavey caught out wide. Leary sucks into the draft. He'll move into the number 2 spot. Seavey shuffled back into 3rd for now. He's up front, your race leader out of the corner. Patrick Lawson, still fuel issues for the number 2 car, pulls off the racetrack. He'll retire from contention as C.J. Leary, the number 6, leads him down into the corners. Trouble for the number 6. C.J. Leary off the pace on the front straightaway. The field will pass on through. Unbelievable the string of luck that team has had. Keep your eye on David Hamilton Jr. as he'll break to the inside. Got to run for your top spot. Hamilton looking to go to the point. Kody Swanson battles back to the outside. He'll keep him wheel to wheel down into turn number 1 and 2, side by side for the race lead. Who's going to come out ahead? Good speed for Swanson on the outside. Hamilton still right there at that rear tire. Can't quite make it happen. B-Shack looking wide on that 19 car. He'll slide through, look for the number 2 spot into turn number 3, still side by side back in the field. Hamilton out-muscles him, hangs on to 2nd for now. Calm, cool, collected. That number 77 car up front. Nathan Bird getting very comfortable behind the wheel of the number 11 car. Has raced his way up into the pack. Now sits back at 7th on the field is what I was watching. Hamilton, another big run on Swanson down the back straight. And we watch this, pulls out into that wall of air and just kind of stalls there, getting into turn number 3. Swanson this time may let him get on through. Hamilton's going to be a new race leader coming out of the corner now with clean air in front of him. Over wide, Littery down the front chute. Davey Hamilton Jr. goes to P1 and pulls out by 3 car lengths on Kody Swanson. That number 14 car as they quickly run down what's going to be lap traffic. 48 car lies ahead. Swanson looking to get the point back away. Takes it deep into the corner. Slingshot move. He's sideways. Dirt tracks it into turn number 1. High pucker factory. Could have punched it into the wall right there. He'll give up 1, 2, 3 spots before he gets it gathered back together again. 4 spots coming out of the corner. Trey Burke rolls on through. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Swanson's got issues. Davey Hamilton Jr. came so close here last year. Wants to stand on that P1 spot down in Victory Lane at Worldwide Technology Raceway in the worst way. And Justin Grant, little slip of the grip for the 91 car. Falls back into the clutches of Bobby Santos. Santos had to check up. Both of them dropped back from Hamilton. Here comes Santos down the inside. Looking for second on the field. Grant hands it off to him. The 91 car drops back into third. And now Bobby Santos has got clean sailing between himself and Davey Hamilton Jr. Onto the front straightaway. Hamilton's got to hang on for 1 more lap as the white flag goes high in the air. This is it. Final voyage velocity at Worldwide Technology Raceway. And here comes Bobby Santos. Up to the back bumper of Hamilton. Down into turn number 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway. Santos' end of the track is coming. Is he close enough? As they race down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Hamilton's got to be perfect. Santos is right there. Big run deep into the corner. Onto the front chute, Davey Hamilton Jr. Good speed coming off the bottom to the checkered flag. Davey Hamilton Jr. wins the Outfront 100. Up and out of the car he comes. Get ready to make some noise for Davey Hamilton Jr.
I mean, it's a dream come true. You know, they gave me a call right before Toledo and offered me the ride. So, you know, I love driving for my dad, but sometimes to move on. So they gave me a chance, and it's been a solid piece everywhere we went. Man, what a race. You know, I'm still out of breath. Before I did that race, I did pace car rides and I had to run a mile to jump in this thing, and then it went straight to the race. So there's so many people, like, you know, Meta, Lloyd, Fred, Ackerman, Toyota, they came out here, they're local. There's so many people to thank. I mean, this is my first USAC win in general, so I'm just so happy, man. This is a dream come true.
Kody Swanson's tumultuous brake problems tumbled him down to second in the standings behind Seavey with 2 dirt races and a pavement finale on the horizon. If you thought Justin Grant had any inkling of missing a beat after recently grabbing 3 straight USAC National Sprint Car victories, well, you'd be mistaken. Absolutely nothing broke the Ione, California native stride on a Saturday afternoon during the 69th running of the Ted Horn 100 at the DuQuoin State Fairgrounds in Southern Illinois.
Great time to be out here with the fair and everything. Great time to be up front. We got that drag race down in the corner again. Last time, Justin Grant swooped out across the racetrack. This time a holder down the inside. C.J. Leary still ready and waiting for the number 6 car. Grant able to outmuscle him, or is he out of turn number 2?
2 great veterans side by side down the back straightaway. Looks like C.J. Leary with a bit of advantage. We'll see how that plays out going into 3.
Yeah, it's still the 24 car sliding into P3. Now he's got company out of Davey Ray on the inside. Coons up on the high side, watches that 8 car work the low line. Tucked in tight to the guardrail. Ray will slide into third on the field, coming out onto the front chute.
Now, Davey Ray, who had such a great run in Springfield, what it would mean to him and to this team to get a Silver Crown win. But here comes Justin churning on the bottom.
Yeah, still down on the inside, locked in side-by-side tussle up ahead. Meanwhile, Logan Seavey finding speed back behind. Just blew around the 24 car, now sets his sights on Davey Ray. Seavey, your national points leader, looking for a championship here this year, has got a good run into that P4 spot. Under siege indeed as they'll race down into the corner. Ray breaks to the inside. Pokes the nose down low, looks for the line, he'll run it deep, clip the guardrail, he clips C.J. Leary. Both cars maintain. That could have went horribly awry.
Oh, that absolutely could have gone awry. Now C.J. looks like he sits up in the saddle and wants to get back on the 8 machine as soon as possible. He wants that so bad he can taste it, can't he?
He does.
I mean, just the opportunity to lead the race will be big, and see what happens there. That move created an opening, and C.J. Leary said, thank you, I'll walk right through there.
It did. He popped up off the bottom. Leary quick to capitalize for the number 6 car. Moves into second on the field now. Still runner deep down into the corner. And right now he's trying to take off the number 22 car and take him out as he rolls down the front straightaway. There's the move to the inside. Got him deep down into turn number 1. That's loose down low. He'll swing out wide. Seavey was waiting on. He's right back to the inside. And here comes Cochran in the 97 car.
Oh, this is fun because Kody still has some momentum. He had calculated and plotted that move, and he's going to come again at him in turn number 3. We're wheel to wheel.
Seavey trying to let him slide on through, looking to turn it back down to the inside the second time. It's not going to happen. Swanson made it stick. That first time may have been setting him up for the move at turn number 3 because Kody Swanson's now picked up the number 4 spot.
Boy, Shane is just starting to lurch forwards towards the 8 machine. Well, good battle.
Pretty crazy looking back here at Logan Seavey. You see where he's running along. The 22 car running 8th on the field. Not really able to get in the mix. And here comes the mix. Down the inside. Bold move around Davey Ray for the 97. Kody Swanson utilizes that as well. He'll slide on through. And Ray goes from 3rd to 5th real fast.
Good run by CJ to the back straightaway.
And that's what Leary needs to do. Put a lot of pressure on Justin Grant, the 91 car, down into the corner. Grant runs her a little deeper than CJ. CJ got out of the throttle, sets himself up for an inside line. Grant lets it sweep up across the racetrack. Works out well for the 91. Little bobble coming out turn number 4 as he shows a little weakness. Now CJ down on the inside is going to get Cochran to the outside. Shane Cochran muscles into P2. Down to the inside for the field. Cochran is going to get passed by the wayside.
Yep.
CJ Leary was set up for that one for the number 6. Got the door propped open. Swanson not close enough to get in there.
But working.
See if Leary's able to
Justin
close
got way high at 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Way high.
Interesting to see what's transpiring here for the 91 car. If he missed these marks, a little slip of the grip. Justin Graham, but that was the first weakness we've seen out of Hemmelgarn, number 91. As they take the white flag, it's their final trip into Coyne. Hustles it down into the corner. The Hemmelgarn Racing, Nos Energy Drink, Super Fitness, Hemmelgarn Enterprises, 91 needs 2 more corners.
Trying to win for the second time on a mile racetrack, one at Springfield, looking for his 5th overall win in this series. He has a keen sense of racing history. He is a remarkable story, and it looks like he's got a straightaway to get it done.
Now to turn number 4 he comes. Justin Grant looking to pick up his first win of the year, and he'll win.
It's in the air, Jimmy Bryant style.
There you go. The Ted Horn 100 goes to JG Justin Grant. Well, he's got her parked in victory lane yet again. As up and out of the race car he comes. Make some noise for Justin Grant.
Yeah, I think it was really big. Like it wasn't easy to pass, I don't think. Just the straightaways were so dirty and kind of narrow. I felt like I pushed pretty hard there the first couple laps to get back around CJ because I wanted to be kind of on the point of this deal and make them try and get by me, you know, because it just didn't seem like it lended itself to a lot of options. The guy was going to have to make a mistake, and when you're racing with these guys, they're all so good. Mistakes are pretty few and far between.
In a season in which he'd already captured a Chili Bowl victory, a USAC Indiana Midget Week title, and even posted 2 USAC National Feature wins in one day, Logan Seavey managed to top himself once more. On this evening at the Big E, Seavey scored not 1, not 2, but 3 USAC National Feature wins on a magical night during the 41st running of the 4 Crown Nationals at Ohio's Eldora Speedway.
They come to the Nos Energy Drink starting kick. Green goes up, and we're underway with the 4 Crown for the Silver Crown.
We'll see if that work that was done by Dennis LaCava pays off for Justin Grant. He's going to lead early on.
Boy, that's close quarters racing down at turn number 2. Taking a moment to feel it out. Now again, a 50-lap affair. 75-gallon fuel cell on the back of it. That's a lot of weight swinging around. And we got him 4 wide out of turn number 4.
4 wide out of turn number 4. That's a good battle up front. These cars will change dramatically over the course of this race.
And watch it down the back straightaway. Race into the corner. Chase Deeds trying to make something happen. He's got that thing hustling hard down into the corner. Swings on to the front straightaway. And up front, the York, Pennsylvania runner showed him how it's done.
So impressive at Port Royal in his debut. We knew he had a series that just fit in perfectly, and now he's out front.
So still 44 laps remain. That battle for second heat's immediately back up. Look out, Logan Seavey just lost the daylight he was looking at for the number 22. He'll run it deep down into turn number 3 and make a bold move into third on the field as he gets around Justin Grant.
Boy, how about that? That's a strong move by Logan Seavey. Drifts to the outside now. Has to negotiate that turn. He comes off turn number 2 well, Chad.
Yeah, he's going to try to make a move on Matt just ahead. Westfall, the 54 car up on the high side. Here comes Seavey down low. Slings it on through. He moves into second on the field, at least temporarily. Westfall says, not so fast, my friend, and right back to the inside.
C.J. Leary and Justin Grant locked in a battle, 2 former national sprint car champions.
Well, chase down the back straightaway. Dietz lies just ahead. Here comes Seavey, a little taste of the 22 car as he'll slip up across. Look for the cushion on the high side. Chase Dietz able to turn him back down low, but Seavey now, look at that bold move down to the inside. Wow, that's aggressive.
That's something you don't normally see in a Silver Crown car, the way you attack that. Roddy Gardner probably sort of gulped when he saw that happen, the crew chief on that machine, but nonetheless it worked.
Now with Chase Dietz under attack by Matt Westfall as they're continue that little side-by-side run down to the corner. Westfall's trying to drive up and steal the lane away from Dietz, but Dietz is quick enough to get himself plugged into the hole on the high side.
Matt's doing a great job keeping that car straight as you possibly can. He'll make it the fastest. Also not abuse the tires on these cars, although we wouldn't anticipate that in a 50-lap run.
We have 31, soon to be 30 laps remaining. Westfall is sitting in the catbird seat right now because he can watch what Seavey's doing. Meanwhile, Seavey gets a glimpse at the big screen every now and then, but really can't tell us. Look out, Seavey clipped the wall that time at turn number 1 and 2. That'll rattle him around a little bit. Back behind, Justin Grant is going tooth and nail with Kody Swanson, C.J. Leary in that mix. As Grant trying to find some speed on the top shelf, wants to look to the outside out of turn number 4 as they race underneath the flag stand. But that is very close quarters racing taking place.
Yeah, and all those drivers have won championships. Chet, let's roll back the clock a little bit and remind folks that not only are we watching Logan Seavey's glorious night here, let's remember he won at Springfield during the day and Macon Speedway in the midget later that night for a 2-for-1 at 2 different tracks. This is going to be right up there with that memory.
As Seavey just continues to work the wheel. He's about to run down the number 6 car, C.J. Leary.
Right.
He is inside the top 10 as he laps this traffic.
That's right. Sort of skated up near the fence the last time by. Let's see if he puts it right in the center. Now, this is where your spotter can help you and say, look, you've got this one in the bag. Just keep it between the lines here.
Yeah, just kind of Fred Flintstone that thing around here as he charges down off the banking, looks to the inside of Chase Stock and into turn number 3. White flag's been displayed. This is checkered flag out of 4.
Well, this guy deserves a whole lot of credit, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen a little piece of history as Logan Seavey has got it done.
Unbelievable night at Eldora Speedway for this young man. How about it? Make some noise again for Logan Seavey.
No, it's just one of those, nearly perfect nights. And, man, you just have to be driving good race cars, and I got 3 incredible race cars. So, yeah, I think, after last night, I knew we had some work to do with our midget, and we got that way better. And after winning the midget, I was really, really excited. And I knew, my sprint car being on the pool, I knew that thing was going to drive good. And, man, this thing was just cars to the field so easily. I kind of talking to Ronnie there into that first yellow, and I didn't really love how I felt, but I knew the car would come to me. And, man, right when we went green, I started, carving through there and kind of got to the lead and then just paced myself. And Ronnie not only sets this thing up, but he spots me, and he does such a good job at, keeping me informed on what I'm doing and what I need to do better and what the guys behind me are doing and where they're at. So, man, yeah, this is probably one of the coolest nights of my life. So, man, I don't even know what to say at the moment.
Familiar territory and newfound glory were uncovered during the rain-postponed championship Sunday USAC Silver Crown finale at Lucas Oil Indianapolis Raceway Park. For Tanner Swanson, it was business as usual at the .686-mile paved oval as he became the winningest Silver Crown driver in the history of the track. For Logan Seavey, after 2 consecutive seasons of close encounters with the USAC Silver Crown Championship, the 3rd time finally proved to be the charm, with Kody Swanson giving it all he had to rip it back away.
They come in at turn number 4, and we are racing.
Instantly a split down the inside for us. Game sort of 51 car got himself out of the field there. Unfortunately, may have taken a shot in the shorts for the number 19 car, but that was deep back behind. Up front, your race leader out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway, Kody Swanson from the pole.
Kody Swanson from the pole with an old adversary nipping at his heels. Here comes Kody. He'll cross the line
right now. He's behind Kyle O'Gara down into the corner. He'll split to the inside. The 22 challenging for position in turn number 1 and 2. O'Gara will not let him slip on through. He gets back around Logan Seavey and holds him back behind.
Yeah, we've got to keep our eye on that 22 and keep your eye on the 77 right now. The battle within the battle beyond this race.
He is hot on his heels out of turn number 2. He's got a little glance to the outside. The 91 comes up, shuts the door. Here comes Swanson down low, deep into the corner. Shows the nose to the 91 car. They'll go side by side through the apex onto the front straightaway, and Swanson's got it.
Yeah, normally when you get a driver on his hip in turn number 3, you're going to have that spot. Grant knows that. Slides back in the 4th position.
Looking back to find Seavey, still scored 7th on the field, 3 spots out of where he needs to be. Watch his battles up front. I keep glancing back to find Logan Seavey, and Seavey has not figured out a way to get around the 92 car, Mario Klauser. Now, he may be being patient. That's entirely a possibility, but at the same time, you wonder if maybe he just can't get around the 92 car. There's a move down the inside. I say that, and he just blasted down into turn number 3, and now he's got the 92 picked up.
He said, take that, Chet. Watch this.
There may be an issue for the 77 car. I'm not 100% on that, but he does not look quick through the corner.
No, he does not. I agree 100%.
Yeah, he's definitely off the pace. There's no doubt about it. Bobby Santos closed way too quickly down at turn number 1 and 2. Something awry, perhaps, for the Mission Foods number 77 car. Santos is wondering what's up as well. As here comes Tanner Swanson back behind the 2. And here's a challenge for the race lead now down into the corner. Bobby Santos looks low into 98. He'll easily snatch it away from the 77 car. Tanner Swanson's going to get both of them out of the corner.
So Tanner trying to go 2 for 1.
Oh, what a turn of events this is, and that chase for the championship. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the problem, if you're Kody Swanson, you got a problem. There's 76 laps to go.
Yeah, he's in the wall with the 77. Glanced off the wall. He has got trouble. Trouble for the number 77. He's trying to hang on to everything he can. He needs a caution
in the
to
worst
come out.
way.
As we lose a power plant for Trey Berg.
Oh, here we go.
That is definitely a blown engine. You get the signal to fire back off the 77. He'll pull out under his own power for Kody Swanson. And
Chad, I just learned they just came in to put even more air in the right rear, but I just talked to one of the crew members, and he told me there's no cause for alarm for the 77.
So Tanner Swanson out front for 30 laps so far has led the most of this feature event as he gets back into the throttle and dances his way down into turn number 1 and 2. Someone trying to capitalize on his look out. Car did not turn for the 77. Kody Swanson just got into the wall and unfortunately collected the 81 of Trey Osborne. Or is that Derek Bishak? I'm sorry, Derek Bishak, rather. Set to go back to green. Tanner's race to start up front for the 02 car. Better start that time for him.
Now there were 40 to go at the line. Justin Grant still running 3rd. He's got C.J. Leary right behind him, and there is Logan Seavey.
Davey Hamilton Jr. was going to try to make a move on the 22 of Seavey. Seavey having none of it, however. He looks to the outside of the number 6 car just ahead. C.J. Leary putting a lot of pressure on Grant. And Seavey's got to tread very carefully here. A little bit of contact, the touch of the tires, and his day could go horribly awry.
As he went up there on the high side, I can imagine Robbie Rice and Ronnie Gardner about having a fit. But that's a professional race driver knowing what he's doing.
There you go, moving to the outside of C.J. Leary. Leary giving him plenty of room. That'll move up the 22 car. Now slides into 4th on the field, right on the back bumper of the 91. He's up front. Tanner Swanson is gone in a big, big way. As here goes C.J. down on the inside. Got around Logan Seavey.
These are momentum cars, and that momentum built in turn number 2 a lap ago. Now here comes Kody trying to follow suit.
Works down the inside, the number 22. Seavey does not want to let him around. He'll battle back to the outside. They'll go side by side and wheel to wheel into the corner.
If I'm the spotter right now, there's a part of me saying just let him go. But that's just not in his blood.
Again, occupying the attention of Seavey. Seavey down into turn number 1. Swanson down on the inside. Still side by side. Seavey sweeps around the outside and hangs on yet again.
I think Kody thought he might get a pick there, and that's where Travis Wellpot in front of him, and That caused a wow from the booth.
That was a wild move out of Logan Seavey, a bold move out of Logan Seavey. I thought he was going to stay at the outside of well pot. Instead, went down low. And I think he thought that's exactly where the 77 of Swanson wanted to be. So just needed to occupy that real estate to keep Kody back behind.
Now, meanwhile, by the way, there's your leader, Tanner Swanson. That gap has now reached, about 6 seconds or so, 6.4.
That has been a cat and mouse game now for so many laps.
Good surge right there for Kody. He's going to try to use CJ as a pick. Oh, let's be careful, boys.
Hustled on through. 5 laps remain. Swanson keeping the pressure on. Good rotation down on the inside for the 77. That's as close as he's come to taking that spot away from Seavey. Trying to get a mistake. Still laps left. If he can rattle the 22 car and get Seavey to mess up, all it takes is Seavey to drop out and drop back to the tail of the field. Admiring for sticking tight up there, but I'm like you. He needs to let Swanson go. Forget about it. Forget about it.
I just don't think it's in his.
Just drop back and let him get around. Let him go where he needs to go and finish off this race. It's less than a handful remaining, and he wants to go 3 wide with C.J. Leary.
Oh, my. Now Kody goes to the outside. Oh, my. Hold on, Nelly.
That's the move right there, and that's what Swanson wants. He wants to bait him into a race. Make a mistake. Swanson gets through.
He's going to go 2 for 1. Kody just went 2 for 1. Can he hold it? He might.
Now got a nose out on him. Technically scored 4th on the field for the number 77 car. He's out and away. He's not going to be able to run down Tanner Swanson, though. Tanner's so far out in front. The white flag has flown. This one all but in the books. What a battle between the 2 championship cars, and what a clinic by Tanner Swanson.
Yep, they gave you all you want. Ladies and gentlemen, he's done it again. And for the 8th time, he's done it, Tanner Swanson.
Tanner Swanson!
He's the leader in victories here with 8.
Yeah, that was what we were. We had such a terrible first start, and it was kind of ended up being nice because I got to sit there behind CJ for a little bit and got to see how he was handling, and then got to see Justin, and then got there to Bobby and Kody, and saw that I had a little bit better car than Bobby, and knew that I was going to have time, but it's hard to pass around this place, and those 2 guys are the best there is at it. So we were lucky to kind of double up and get both of them at the same time. And it's just, this car was awesome. I told Casey Swift that he could have driven it to victory today. So it was just an awesome day.
Logan Seavey entered the last race of 2021 trailing Kody Swanson by 1 point, and in 2022, Seavey stood 3 points ahead of Swanson going into the final round. On both occasions, Seavey came up just short when all was said and done, finishing a distant 2nd. In 2023, Seavey led once again, but this time the point margin was 16. However, when the coast was clear after 100 laps and the points were tallied up, Seavey and his Rice Motorsports Abacus Racing team were finally USAC Silver Crown champions.
Yeah, I think I knew, everyone knew, if we could pick it up a little bit on the pavement and be competitive, we'd have a good shot. And, man, we did that a lot this year. We had good runs pretty much every time here on the pavement, except for Winchester there when we crashed. But, yeah, this whole team's just been working so hard. The Rice Motorsports Abacus Racing guys are, working as hard as anybody. I know all these guys on all these teams work hard. But, man, after Winchester was tough for us. And just to get the car back together and in shape to race was huge. And, yeah, Ronnie Gardner, Robbie Rice, Brent Cox, Kirk Simpson, Johnny Cofer, Daniel Whitley, Ryan Whitley, everybody, T-Bone, everyone that works on this thing and gets it on the track is, a full effort. And, it just means a lot to me that these guys, work so hard so I can drive good race cars. And, yeah, like I said, we knew our dirt car was, really good and we could win some races there. But to beat Kody, we had to at least be competitive here on the pavement, and we did that a lot this year.
Such a tricky day overall. Undoubtedly, it was somebody's job today to be in your ear telling you where the 77 was, and obviously got some breathing room there early and might not have foreseen that he comes back up through the field in the way that he does, but he's Kody Swanson at the end of the day. And so where did you really have to focus your efforts to make sure that you were doing what you needed to do?
Yeah, like you said, you can never count him out, and I could see that he had fallen back there early, and I was just kind of I got a really bad start. I ran into the back of Tanner there and about crashed and lost a bunch of track position. And by the time I got back to where I needed to be, the leaders were gone. So I kind of just rode around and knew, you know, if I tried to run them down, I would just kill my car. So I kind of just rode waiting for a yellow and kind of got him there at the end or got one there about halfway. And, you know, Kody pitted. And, yeah, like I said, you can never count him out. He's going to go to work and work on that thing and get it better. And they did. But, man, this thing was so good. I wish we weren't points racing because I feel like I could have raced up there in the top 3 a little bit. But, you know, just trying to save myself and make sure I had a little bit there at the end if the 77 did come back through, and he did. And I was able to kind of hold him off as long as I needed to and then kind of, you know, just settle in those last few and make sure we finished. So just a tough race. Like I said, I hate not racing as hard as I can. I drove pretty hard there the first half trying to get back through there in case Kody did, you know, drive back through. And, you know, was racing there pretty hard for 4th and 5th. And, you know, eventually figured it was best just to let it go and finish 6th or 7th or wherever I did. So, yeah, like I said, it kind of sucks a little bit because I feel like this is as good as we've ever been. And I'd like to go race up there with the guys up front. But there comes a point when you got to look at the big picture sometimes, and, you know, just kind of had to settle in there and finish the race. So, yeah, I just can't say enough about the work these guys do and all of our partners that to get us here. So just super, super excited and ready to get the rest of the year finished out.
I think historically, when we think about Logan Seavey, especially in a tribute to your previous championship, we think midget driver, which is certainly not the case anymore. And when we think about how different the Silver Crown Series is in comparison to everything else, how has this changed your approach to all other disciplines of racing? Yeah,
I think it helps me a lot, you know, on the bigger tracks or the longer races and things like that. But yeah, it just always seemed to suit me right away from the beginning. You know, right when we joined this series, the dirt races, you know, kind of came right to me, and I could run well in those. And, you know, the pavement's just a little bit different ball game for me. I feel like every single lap I get a little bit better, and yeah, I feel like I could have pushed the car a lot there in the race and maybe ran up front, but you know, maybe next year we can try to, you know, get ourselves a little bit better and you know, get myself a little bit better, more comfortable to race up front. But yeah, I just love this series. I say it all the time. I love these race cars. I love the series, and I love everything about it. So just super, super happy to finally get one, and we've only got one left. You know, I got the midget and now the Silver Crown. So hopefully in the next year or two, I can go after a sprint car championship and try to grab one of those.
Seavey's 7-point margin over Swanson made it the 8th closest USAC Silver Crown points race on record in the 53-year history of the series. While Abacus grabbed its first USAC title, it was the second for Rice Motorsports, who earned the most entrant points back in 2021. Meanwhile, Kaylee Bryson ascended to heights never before reached in USAC's 68-year history. She became the first woman to finish inside the top 5 of the standings in a USAC National Series, and is now the first woman to earn USAC National Rookie of the Year honors of any kind. 1 year ago, the Muskogee, Oklahoma native became the first woman to earn USAC National Most Improved Driver honors, and she's also the first Okie to win this award.